Hello there, it's me, Sandy with Sandy's Creations. I am the owner and maker of Sandy's Creations, and today I wanted to come to you with a video of a tumbler that sells like hotcakes. And what it is it is a distressed flag tumbler. And mainly men buy this tumbler. I'm trying to branch out and make, male style tumblers. It's so hard for me to do because I love glitter. And not to say that I have not made tumblers for men that include glitter. But most men do not like glitter. So today, if you want to see how I create this tumbler right here, then just keep watching. And cheers, guys! Let's get to it. And right here, guys, I just spray painted this tumbler white. Plain white. And since this tumbler does not have a layer of epoxy on it already, what I do with my star decals is I put them on my hand to take away most of the stickiness so it will not peel up the white spray paint as I'm going. In the long run, it will make it a whole lot easier. So yes. These do not have to be perfect by no means. You'll see right here, so that star fits perfectly, but one more will not. So I don't make it a big deal. I just keep on moving on, and I end up coming up with a good plan at the end for that weird gap. And I get pretty smart here. I just start taking off a bunch of these star decals, sticking them on my hand. It makes it go by a whole lot faster than just putting one by one by one by one. So just stick with me here. If you don't like tedious work like this, then you can just fast forward. It will not hurt my feelings whatsoever. Alright, so I have all my stars on. Like I said, it does not have to be perfect whatsoever. Alright guys, so with my painter's tape, I like to rip off just a thin part just to make it look a little bit rough around the edges. And the same with the decal. I don't want the tape to be really sticky to where it pulls up the spray paint underneath. So I just stick it on my leg. It makes it so easy. I also like to make my flag waves kind of go sideways. It just gives it a little bit more character, I think. And right here I was running out of spare tape, so I kind of just made my own little wave. It actually came out pretty cute. Can't even tell. And before you spray paint, just make sure that you press everything down. You don't want the spray paint to be bleeding underneath any of your decals. So here I am. I'm about to start spraying, but then I realize that I do not have my spray paint glove on, and I hate getting spray paint on my hands. So I will be right back. It's a very ugly glove, but it does the job. It saves my manicure. So first I'm going to go in with blue where the stars were. because once you pull off the star decals, it will be white under. So I go in with blue first. And with the spray paint, it does not have to be perfect. You'll see up close that there are still some spots that I missed, but I do go over most of it with alcohol ink, so you won't be able to tell. All right, so there it is. Now this red right here, I don't know where my husband got it from. It's a nice red. Any red would work, but this is all I have on hand. So I give that a good spray over the part where I use my painter's tape, and I will also be getting the bottom of my tumbler. This red kind of comes out a little pink at first, but the more you go over it, it starts turning red. So. Don't forget the butt. And there it is, a rough draft. Real quick, just to show you. So by this time, I already had my spray paint dry for about 30 minutes to an hour, probably leaning more towards an hour. I just wanted to make sure that it was fully dry before I started handling it. If this is too tedious for you, feel free to fast forward. That will not hurt my feelings whatsoever. It is very tedious, but I love what I do. So if you want, you can fast forward. If you don't, then don't. So here I am pulling off my last star, and then I'm going to start pulling off the strips of the flag. I just think this is so satisfying. I have no idea why. Well, here I go in with my handy dandy paintbrush with caramel alcohol ink. I have all of my windows open. Alcohol ink gives me the most worst headache in the whole world. So I make sure that all of my windows are open no matter how cold it is. And I just go all the way in. I do get alcohol ink on the red and the blue. I want it to have some dimension in it as well. Now don't forget, I do have a method right there for that weird awkward space. So just stick with me, guys. So right here, I am just pressing down, trimming down my decal. Yeah, so we want to fill in that weird, awkward spot. And I thought, what better than this decal? Oh, and I also did the same with this transfer tape. I did take some of the stickiness off. I did not want it peeling off the spray paint underneath at all. So I did take off some of the stickiness. And I wanted to also give that some dimension as well. So I go back in with the same color alcohol ink. Okay, so I'll go ahead and let my alcohol ink dry for at least an hour before I start putting epoxy on the tumbler. All right, let me ask you guys a question. I get my spinners made by a gentleman, and they all have their own personality. This one right here that I'm working on is like your first child. Perfect, slow, easy. Second one, way too fast. Like if he drank like 20 Mountain Dews, look how fast he goes. All right, besides that, I'll go ahead and I will start heating up my epoxy. And that's just to kind of get it flowing, get it even. It is self-leveling, so I just add a little bit of heat to my tumblers. And I let these spin for at least 8 hours. In this case, I let them spin overnight and they were ready for me in the morning. Are you ready? Are you ready? Look at him. So gorgeous. I wish my ring light wasn't in the way, but that is so beautiful. I made 2. Well, technically I made about 7 of them in total, but tonight I made 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you don't mind, please just consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video from me, and feel free to leave me a comment, a like, or anything whatsoever. And yeah, I just want y'all to have a great day. Do something nice for yourself today. Bye guys, love you.